Welcome back. This image was using some leftover paint, which I have often said ends up being some of my favourite images. I feel like now that I've painted over it, it ends up looking overall from here a bit like a horse's face looking at us with like an elaborate headdress with foliage on the top. We're getting ready for some sort of gala. But there are several faces within that. So on the far left here in a creamy colour, there's a face with like a green eye. It looks quite cat-like. To the right of that in like green foliage, there's also a face with on the right of that a grey body, a person. So below that, so the cat becomes part of the forehead or head of this other face that's there in sort of creamy green. But in the background, what was there originally in the black, there was also a face there originally. And then I can see faces in some of these different patterns, but I also see different figures. It's almost like there's a whole story going on here. Down the bottom, it looks like two people talking to like a young person with a notepad. It actually looks like there's a queue of people behind, something above that with wings. Near the bottom, there's also this bit that ends up looking like a mask or a face. And it's got this duality of like cream on one side and green and grey on the other, and I really like that. It reminds me of like a theatre mask. So in the sort of light minty green colour, there's a figure here that's got quite a large head that's looking towards the left of the page, got their mouth open laughing. And then there's a figure to the left of them that's quite small. It looks like they've got like this greenish apron on. And then another figure to the right that's got beams of grey coming out of them. Up in that foliage, I can see another character there as well, actually several, and also what looks a bit like a bird, at least one bird flying. Possibly a lizard here relaxing near the bottom left of the image. And I turned it upside down to see if there was something else or another face in there. That part, that is the original black face that was there. It now looks like a different face slash person with their face turned to the left. And then I can see this eye lower down, which looks a bit like camouflage. So overall, I really like this one. I think I am just going to call them all leftover paint from now on. Thanks for listening.